Hello, this is Chris, and today I'd like to share in this video how you can make multiple pages for a workbook in Canva and then download it as a PDF. So as you can see, I am in my Canva account and I have put in the keyword worksheets, and what's come up are a number of templates. There's thousands of them, well, if not hundreds, thousands, that's for sure. And we're going to select a couple, and I'm going to show you exactly how to organize it so that you can create a multiple page workbook using worksheets. Okay, I'm going to choose a couple right now. So let's choose a plain one. Actually, no, I think what I want to do is choose one that has an image at the top. So I had one before that I was looking at. Let me go back up and see if I've missed it. Okay, so I'm sure we'll come across it again. So right now, what I'm going to do is just choose a plain one here. I'll choose this one. And as you can see, it has, this is really good um, for anything that you have a workbook for, where you have to, you're asked a question and you can download it, you can print it off, and you can actually put your answers in the box here. This is really good for that. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to just take these things out and these lines, and we're also going to get rid of these lines here. So I've just deleted that, and that gives you an idea of how much you can change this around. So for example, this one, I'm going to change this dark grey to a nice blue, and the writing here, I'm going to change that, the outline there, to grey, and that kind of looks like it's popped a little bit. That might be a little bit too dark, so I'm going to change it to the lighter grey, and I think that looks a lot better. Okay, so down the bottom here, I'm also going to change this colour to the lighter grey. In fact, I'm going to go even lighter. I think that looks quite good. Now you can change how much of this you want as a border. So we want to change it so it doesn't look like it's come from Canva, if you know what I mean. Okay, so that's just one example. Now, if we want this format, and say we want to move, I might move the whole section up here, and I might duplicate this section. So you know that there's a number of different elements in this box here. So to do that, you just left click on your mouse and you just let it go now, and you've actually grouped them all together. So if we duplicate that, and then we can move the whole section up here. And if we move that up there, then we can move this whole section down a little bit. So let's move it down so we can fit this section in. Oops. So let's undo the changes there. What I'm going to do is In fact, I'm going to delete this, okay? And all I'm going to do now is duplicate it again and then move it up here. Okay, so you can see what I'm doing here. I've made 3 sections here. Now, if you're happy with that, and we'll just change this to say, whatever your title is, ebook formats, for example. And this is all about ebooks and learning about the different formats and what they're used for. So let's just change this here too to say ebook formats, and it's page 1. So you're going to have to change pages, the page numbers of each new sheet. So what I'd like to do here is just make that in the center. So for example, we have that finished sheet now. What we can do is simply copy that and change these items here. So to do that, we copy the page just here. So you copy the page and it duplicates it. So now we have page 1 and page 2. Now you can add a title to each of these pages. That way you don't have to recreate the whole thing over again. You've got the 3 sections here. Now, you can just continue doing that. You can also add a header, like a header page in there if you want. So for example, before I do that, what I want to show you is how to add more. So if you're happy with that format, you know what to do. You just copy the page and then edit each of these sections here, okay? Now, if we want to add a new page, you can simply add a new page by clicking Add a New Page, right, down here. Now, what I'd want to show you is the different layouts that I think are really applicable for what we had been thinking about in a worksheet. So you could also use, say, this example here. Now, this is like a background. You see that that's the background there. Now we can get rid of the section and the score and put the date over here. It's just a matter of click and drag, click and drag. We can move this up here. In fact, I'd move that over there. Okay. And then move this down a little bit. We'll put ebook formats or whatever your titles are, and a little bit about them. So what you want them to do here on this page. You can move this up. So that it's centered. You can make it bigger or smaller, whatever you want to do here. I would suggest putting a footer in, at least a page number, so that you know that if you've printed the book, the ebook, or if you've printed the worksheets, then you know what page you're at. And you can change this design here if you wanted to, okay? So you can put something else in there if you wanted to. Now, another different page that I've used before, now we'll just get rid of the green here. So the border is already outlined, so you can just delete that. And we might use this one here. Now, this is another good one if you've got question and answers. So you would, I'd get rid of that, get rid of the class by clicking, and delete, and the score. Okay, so now you've just got name and date. You can change this to whatever you want, and we can do exactly the same thing as what we did before to add another part of exercise to this page, and that is simply click, highlight, and copy, or duplicate, I should say. All right. But first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move these down so that we have more room on the page. Okay, we'll do the same, click, highlight, and drag. Click, highlight, and drag. Okay, and then we'll duplicate that, and then we'll just move that up here. Okay, so what we might do here is move that whole section. So click, highlight, and drag the whole thing up here, move this up, and then we can, whoops, then we can click, highlight, and drag the whole section up. Okay. Just click off it, and then you can move this back up here. Okay, so the same things apply as before. I'll just move this section up a little bit. Okay, so if you like this format, you can change the font, you can change the title, you can change anything here that you can highlight. You can change the colour, so let's change the colour to like yellow. Just change it to your brand colours, really. That's all you really need to do, just so that you're congruent with everything that is part of your brand. So down here you can also see change all green to yellow. So if we select that, everything gets changed. So it's pretty cool. Now, if you like that format, then you would just copy that page. Okay, so you can do whatever you want in this section here. So let's just go to, we'll just scroll down here and see if we can find another one. If you like that, then you can, pardon me, select all that. This kind of format. It's really good to actually have a workbook, but also make it a little bit interesting so it's not all the same. So what I was saying about a cover image here is like, let's create a new page, and let's just drag this one in, for example. So we'll do the topic here. So this would be your cover sheet, and then we add a new page, and we would add this one here. Okay, so here you would put your brand colours in. Now these are all editable, okay? So if you wanted to go a light grey here and make it like a little bit darker here, then that is like a dark grey. And if you like the green, then you can change that maybe to yellow. So you can change anything out. You can add different elements. So for example, instead of the dots, you might want, let's say, a flower. Okay, but you want the outline of the flower, not the actual. So if we got rid of the dots, you might want the outline of the flower to go here, and then you can actually change the size of it, okay? And just put it up in the corner somewhere. So it's all click and drag, as you know, and just add the flower there. Do whatever you want. You can add maybe this flower over here. Okay, make it a bit smaller so it sits, so it sits in the background here. And you can even make it a little bit transparent. You can do whatever you want here. It's really a very, very cool thing to do. Change all the colours around. You've got 3 colours you can choose from. Just make it your own design. Put in other elements if you don't want, if you want boxes instead of, or triangles or whatever you want. You know, it's endless what you can do here, okay? And then when you've finished editing and adding new pages, so we'll go back to templates and we'll go back here. We can add whatever we want in here. So there's so many to choose from. You just make your own choices based on what your needs are. And then when you've finished, all you have to do is, if you wanted, say, let's just say you wanted this design, okay? So you wanted this design, so this page, you highlight this page and you want it to go up because you want it to be the cover of your ebook. So you would move it up so that it becomes page 1. Okay, so now that is page 1, and that's just using these arrows here. And for example, you go back here and you want this page, which is the second page, you move that one up. So it's very easy to manipulate here. So now you have the cover and you have page 2. I would just put page 2 down here. So for example, this is page 1. I would copy that. So duplicate and just add this to here, for example. All right, but change the background. So change the background to this green color here, so it all matches. All right, and you can change the font as well to whatever you want. So let's just say we'll change it to Montserrat. Okay, and then when you're finished editing all of your worksheets and your workbook, all you have to do is go download as a PDF. So it's either a printable PDF or it's a standard PDF. So PDF that people can print and just write on, or a PDF that is multi-page. It's just a high quality. It's mainly, this particular one, the PDF print, is mainly for printing, professional printing. So PDF standard is fine. So let's just say you want page 1, page 2, and say page 6 and page 7. Okay, then you can download that as one document. So for example, I will download it. So page 1 and 2 and 6 and 7. And download. And it will just prepare your download in the background. And then we can open it up. And you will see you've got 4 pages. That one, this one, that one, and this one. So it was page 1 and 2 and 6 and 7. That's one beautiful PDF. You can also download and print from here. So I hope that that's been very, very helpful for you. And if you need anything further, please just give me a shout out on social media, Chris Sweeney Enterprises. Okay, thanks. Bye.